Let me hit record so that we don't miss. Let's wait just like a minute to see if anybody else hops on.
Okay.
Just for just a second. So can you believe that the Pats won?
Oh, great game. We were supposed to go to that game.
Oh,
That was crazy. I was like, I wanted to throw up half the time. I was holding my breath.
I know. Yes, it was good. Nail biter at the end. But isn't it funny? I said to Greg, I'm like, I swear that Tom Brady, he has a deal with the devil. Like, he really does.
I know. Something.
He's just that good. It's just crazy. So nuts.
I know. He gets it done.
I know, right? So, all right. Well, we'll just start because it's like 9:03 now. So, and then whoever jumps on can kind of just, filter in. But so Kelly had her meeting last week about the comp plan. Do you two have any questions? Margaret, I'll go with you first. Do you have any questions about it? Or do you have like too many?
No, you know what? It was hard to hear that meeting because it was like a baby crying, and
yeah,
I kind of felt like it was like I was excited for it to kind of, and I think everything I kind of picked up from the meeting, I was like, is what I thought.
Okay.
So not specific questions. I wish it would have been like a little bit like easier to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Michelle, how about you?
Yeah, I was working at the time listening to it, and the baby crying was super annoying, and then I couldn't even really see his chart well, so I kind of didn't, I like half listened. So, but I think as the more I get into this, if I have specific questions, I'll just ask my team because right now I haven't really gotten anything yet. So I don't really have too many questions.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. When I first started, I looked at this comp plan and I was like, what the heck is this?
I know, right?
Really confusing. But now that I've been in it for a few months and going up the ranks, obviously you learn more. So now I kind of feel like I can, I actually have a little bit of knowledge about it. So like with Color Street, our legs, they go across. They don't necessarily go down, if that makes sense. So like, I think that's why people are getting confused with like the placement. I know a lot of people said, well, why would you take one of your level ones and place them somewhere else? And I think that is going to help us down the long run because, if one of our level ones is having a hard time becoming like either a senior stylist or a team leader or a director, we can actually put one of those people underneath them. And I know that kind of seems silly, but as you look at the comp plan, you'll see like the senior stylist, team leader, director, senior director, and you do have to have certain people underneath you. Like you have to have, a senior stylist or a team leader or a director underneath you. So it's actually going to help you move the ranks. So like Greg and I, we were, and that's the other reason why it says enroller bonus E1 and E2, because so when you're a senior stylist, you get paid 6% on your level ones because it's your E1 and your level one. And like when you go to team leader, you get paid 6% on your level twos because it's your E2, it's the person that you enrolled. Because I can move those people if I want to. Does that make sense to you guys?
Feel free to move anybody onto me.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, but I get it.
Yeah, it is a little confusing because I was like, somebody was talking about 6%, and I'm like, what is it? What are they talking about? So when you become a senior stylist, you will get 6% off of your level 1s and 3% off your level 2. And then when you become a team leader, you get 6% off your level 1s and your level 2s, and you get 3% off your level 3s. And then when you're a director, you get 3% off your level 4s. So I just wanted to kind of explain that part a little bit. For me, like right now, like some people are like huge team builders. So for them, once they become a team leader, if they have, say 15 people, right? And like 5 or 6 of them are killing it and the other ones aren't, we need to be like the top. You need 8 qualified legs. So you need like 8 people who are killing it, right? So if you have 15 people and like there's, some of them are kind of doing okay, you can put those kind of okays underneath those people who are killing it and really push those people along. Because if you do that for them, I mean, it's only going to push you along. So it helps you. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. And then, so Greg and I were kind of trying to figure out how I could like simplify it for you guys so you guys could understand like the power of all this and like how crazy ridiculous this business can be if you really want it to be. So we kind of took it just to like senior director, right? Which is 5 qualified legs. So that's 5 people underneath you. Okay. So like 5 people underneath you, like that's really not that bad, right? I mean, it almost seems like doable, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how
I think that's doable.
Yeah, I mean, so think about it this way. There's only like 3,000 stylists at the moment. I mean, when I was on Beachbody, it was 400,000, which is a big difference, right? So like I'm competing with 400,000 people for coaches and for clients. Right now, I'm competing against 3,000, which, all of United States, you know what I mean? Because we can reach out to anybody. I mean, sky's the limit, right? We don't have to reach out just to our families and friends. Like that's where social media comes in. That's where like Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff happens. And to be honest with you, the more I was thinking of it, I have somebody who lives out in California, and I sent her a sample, and I said, girl, FaceTime me when you're ready to put this sample on. I'll show you over FaceTime. I mean, it took us all of, 10 minutes. Of course we chatted or whatnot, but 10 minutes is all that it took. And she was like, okay, love it. Like went on my website and bought 4 of them, So we do have a lot of power in this. We just have to be willing to put ourselves out there and share, So getting back to those 5 people. So my thought was, okay, so say if I have to have 5 people, right? So if I have 5 people, now granted, we did this with like the senior director, I believe, because he has like 6% here for the level of what we're getting paid. But we were also saying this is if people just do $300 in sales. So if you just bonus qualify, because you have to bonus qualify to keep your monthly maintenance. So you kind of have to do that. But if you had 5 people underneath you, let me see. I think it's got to be monthly, right? He has like $1,900 here. So $1,900 a month if you have 5 people underneath you and then if like they have, so then if you're level 2 people, so if all those 5 people get 5 people, right? So say if like you just had in your head, like, all right, I need 5, all mine need 5, right? Because if I'm going to do 5, the person under me should be doing 5, right? Kind of seems rational. So if I have 5 and then the people underneath me have 5, you make like 6,400. And then if like level 3 people, then it's 18,900. And then your level 4 people, if you get level 4 people, are you guys following me?
What's the numbers you're throwing out? I'm sorry.
So
What's
say
1,800?
So say if actually this would be a year. This is cumulative earnings, yearly earnings. Okay. Sorry.
Oh.
All right. So say if
All right, that makes more.
okay, sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. All right. So say Margaret, say if I have 5 people underneath me and my 5 people have 5 people underneath them. So if we're only working in 5s and we're just going down the row. And if you're going down 5 levels. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So does everybody get that? So my 5 people, they all have 5 people, right? And it's going to go down 5 levels. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're a senior director and you have 5 levels underneath you and they all have 5 people, you can earn $236,000 a year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
For recruiting 5 people, but you have to be the leader to have them recruit 5 people. And that's if everyone only sells bonus qualified. 300. Yes. So we were trying to figure out what's the best plan, right, to make the most money. Because that's what it's all about, right? I mean, we're all super busy, right? We're either working full-time jobs, we're moms, everybody's just busy.
We're both.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, all right, I want this to work. For right now, I want it to work. And, it's kind of like my side gig, but when does it become like a career, Well, I think it becomes a career when you're senior director and you have 5 levels and you're making $236,000. Like, right? So
that's crazy.
right.
That's not a side gig anymore.
Exactly. So if you can just think in 5s, this system can work. I have it on the paper. I can actually just screenshot it and send it or put it up in Nail Republic. But I just wanted people to realize like this can be a business, because I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, can you really make a lot of money like with selling nail strips?" And now this is like the bare minimum, guys, right? Because think about it. This little chart was only if everybody sold $300 a month. So that's you only earning, well, not only, but you're earning 25% on your sales. We can earn up to 35% on our sales if we want to. That's if you want to you have to sell a certain amount, but you can if you want to. And think about like holidays and stuff like that, like Christmas. I think our sales are going to be crazy. So It's going to be even more money. But I think the magic in all this is getting stylists underneath you, because that's the moneymaker. That's where we're going to start to make the real dough. So, and this was only up to senior director. We didn't even go into that, like the executive phase, because I can't even think that far ahead.
No.
I gotta simplify this. I'm like, I gotta simplify. But if you can just think to yourself, can I find 5 people that want to work this business? And all 5 of those need to find their 5, and those 5 need to find their 5. It's, it's cumulative, right? And all of our systems are very duplicatable. It's like, this business isn't that hard. It's just staying consistent. I think is the best thing is staying consistent, booking either parties or talking your ass off to people and just sharing the product. Because I know for my month of August, I did very well in my month of August, but I didn't even have a Facebook party because I was too busy with like my kids and work and life in general. But I messaged my butt off. And it was like I had a party, but I just did it on my own time, you know? So I do feel like you have to figure out what works for you in this business and, you know, and make it work. You might just say, you know what, I'm going to have a Facebook event party. Emily, she's so cute. You might have like a Facebook event party once a week or once a month, and then maybe do a vendor event or a home party. Or if you want, just message people, you know? I mean, everybody has, like, I forget how many people I have on Facebook. It's like, I don't know, 800? I have 800 people I can reach out to. I mean, half of them are probably dudes, but all right, so 400 people. You know, there's got to be 400 people. There's got to be 5 people in there that want to do this business, right? There has to be.
Yeah.
You know, so I have to find those people, but I have to be willing to be able to, you know, reach out. And I think it's super light when we're reaching out to people for like the business opportunity, just make it super light. Like, it doesn't have to be like this big, long production. Just kind of say, hey, girl, I just started with this new company. It's an amazing product. It's an amazing business. We've got a great team. If you want to hear more information, you know, here's my name. Message me. Even if you want to give them, you know, if the business opportunity is too much, then how about I send you a sample, right? Or, you know, can I send you some more information, or let's chat or something like that. So, you know, I think you just have to reach out and don't be afraid. No's are no's. No's are either maybe not right now or it could be a no. Who knows? But I think
or it's crickets and you never hear back from that person.
Right. Exactly. But, you know, I look at it this way. This is an amazing opportunity. I mean, I just showed you guys like the numbers, right? Or not showed you, told you. I mean, why wouldn't I want my friends to do this? I mean, I know when I first started, I was like, girls, I might be crazy, but I think this is an awesome opportunity. And some of them jumped on, and I'm like, I want them to jump on because I want them to have the same success that I'm having, you know, because I'm like, dude, why not? I look at it as like a gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you guys have any questions at all? Like, are you guys nervous about, you know, reaching out to people about becoming a stylist? Like, what's stopping you, I guess?
Well, the 2 people I have reached out to me, but the people I have reached out to either have reasons why they don't want it, or they go dark. Like, I don't hear from them.
Yeah.
Or
so I got
a lot of excuses
out myself. You know what I mean? I haven't had luck when I reach out, but I've only had luck when but those people find you. The people that want to do it find you, you know?
Yeah, they do. I think you just have to put yourself out there. It's the same thing with like the product. Like, people see it on my Facebook feed, but you know, it's not on top of their mind. So I kind of look at it as like throwing out the sample to them is, you know, some people were like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, I'll just try it. It's free. And then they're coming back to me. They're like, this is the bomb. I love this. So you just don't know.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure. Who's this?
Michelle Britton.
Oh, Michelle. Sorry. Go ahead.
For you more experienced ladies, have you targeted any of your friends that already do direct sales, let's say like for Herbalife or Roden and Fields, and like to see if they want to do another one, or do you think it's too busy for them? I mean, because we don't really, I mean, having the nails isn't going to interfere with any of the health ones. Like, I tried to do It Works for a while and I hated it because I felt like I had to lie. I didn't really like the products, and you had to like scam people into like locking in for 3 months, and it was just terrible. But this is like, yeah, buy it. If you don't want to, this month, fine, but please do. No. You know what I mean? It just seems, I feel like it's like easier to sell, even though I haven't sold any. Freaking me out, but I'm going to work tomorrow. I have 2 nails done on one hand and 1 on the other, and I'm bringing my samples. And the reason I don't have my other nails done is because if they want me to demonstrate it first, I can do that with a sample.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping at work tomorrow I can sneak a few girls away in the bathroom and we can try.
There you go, Michelle.
I just want one person to go on and buy. Just one person. Just go on and buy something. It's driving me crazy. All weekend I was talking to people, chatting, texting, every excuse under the friggin' book. And 3 people said, oh, I'm going to go on and buy. And they didn't.
Yeah, because you know what?
I think it's because it's a new product too, because I feel like I've run into that. They don't know what it is. So they're like, oh, it's cool, but they just don't know what it's all about, you know?
Right. So I have a lot of friends who see it and just think, oh, it's just like Jamboree, and Jamboree ruined my nails. So.
Right, but this won't ruin our nails.
No, it's totally different. This is nothing like that.
Yeah, somebody posted a comparison. I think it was one of Kelly's friends.
Yes, I saw that. I've been sending it to some of my friends.
Yeah, she doesn't sell it, but she just gave her personal review on Jamberry versus Color Street, and we won. Yay! But the biggest killer thing is, like, we don't have to, scrape our nail beds to get the nail polish to stick. It just does. It goes on lovely.
Right. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I'm sending samples to people through the mail and I can't necessarily, like in a situation where I can't put it on them to have them see, what are some tips for, like, should I include like a tiny card with how to put it on, or direct them to a video? Because my fear is that if I send samples to people, they're going to put them on wrong and then just think that the product is no good.
Crappy, right.
So what I do, is I send them in the files in the Google Docs. There are forms. I'm gonna wait 1 second. I'm gonna grab it. You can print them out. I just did it on paper. They look just like this. They're in the Google Docs. Just print these out and cut them, and then you just put these in with your sample, because then that way it's not going to screw up like just like putting a stamp on, because it's not heavy. And I also I send them a video of how to apply. There's one girl who does it 3 different ways. So I do that. I send that video right along. As soon as I send my sample, I send that video and I send this along with it, so that they know.
Okay.
And 2, some people are like, oh girl, like I there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. I'll FaceTime with those people. I'll say, FaceTime me when you're like, let's pick a time, FaceTime me. I'm going to show you exactly how this is done. And I had good success with that as well.
Okay.
Cool. I was thinking about, because I just got my kit, the sheet in there that shows you how to apply, taking that to work, making some copies of it. It's going to be black and white, but stick that in the envelopes with the samples when you mail them. That way they have it right. They can start reading how to apply it. But I do like the FaceTime. That's nice, because you can show them, hey, let me show you how to do one, and then you can give it a shot,
Yeah, absolutely. And 2, Michelle, back on your question on the people doing other MLMs, yes, reach out to those people, because this is a good complement to their product. Like with Rodent and Field.
But you're so great at it, because I think this would be easier for them to sell them. The products that they're selling are pretty tough. It's hard selling health stuff to people, because you feel awkward, then you feel guilty, then you feel obligated, and it's just weird. And I didn't like that.
Well, the health stuff is a very emotional thing as well. That's what I found.
It is. It is,
emotional.
And you feel like you don't want to make people feel awkward and weird and.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't like it works at all. Plus, I didn't even really like the product. At first, I thought I did, and then I was like, it just wasn't working for me.
And this product,
I have one.
Go ahead. Who is that? Margaret, is that you?
It's Margaret.
All
I
right.
have one girl who sells RNF right now, and she has mentioned to me that she's thinking about it, but when I broach it to her, she kind of backs off. She's not super happy with Rodan and Fields right now, mainly because of her upline is always messaging her and saying, why, you need to sell this much, blah, blah, blah. So I think they have a little bit stricter quotas that they need to meet. So she's having tough times with that. She's not happy with that. So I feel like it could go either way. She's kind of on the fence right now. She might come our direction. I don't know. But I think she's turned off by what's going on with Rodan and Fields, so she doesn't want to add another thing to her plate that she might not like.
Right.
So that's the only experience I've had with it. At first she was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about it," and then lately she's kind of like, "I don't know. I don't know if this is for me."
So Margaret, make sure that you let her know, like, the price to get in on this business is $129, right? And that you get a ton of product with it to sell. And then you get 2 months free, and then it is only $10 a month. And to be honest with you, like, I know, like, some of us, like, I was the host of a lot of my Facebook events when I first started. And what I just said, I took little groups of people that I knew, like between 5 and 10, and I just said to them, I messaged all of them and said, I'm going to do a Facebook event. Would you mind if I added you? Just please say that you're going. I'm going to go on live at 7 on Thursday. And I just really, like, I only did, like, I think my parties lasted like 3 days. So, like, the first day I would post, the second day I'd go live, and the third day was like, all right, ready to buy, shutting down at 8 o'clock tonight. But make sure that girl knows that she can do this from home. She can do Facebook events. She can reach out to all her Rodan and Fields people and just kind of say to them, I have this new awesome product that I would love to introduce to you. Because they do have quotas to meet, Margaret. They have, like, and I think it's like a pretty high quota for us. I mean, granted, once you start, like, going up the ranks, you do have to bonus qualify, but $300
don't you have to make and you have group volumes too as you go up?
Yeah,
right?
as you grow up, you do have to maintain your group volume. Absolutely. But you don't have to. You just won't get paid and you lose your rank.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So I don't know. But I think it's definitely worth reaching out to those people, especially since they already have a clientele. You're just adding a new product to it. I would, if I was in that, if I was in Rodan and Fields or whatever, I would just be reaching out to all my clients. Be like, let's just see how this would work. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, what other questions do you guys have? About, like, Facebook parties, stylists, like how to reach out to people. Did you guys see, like, my friends, how to make, like, that friends list on Facebook?
Yeah.
I gotta look at that. Did you post that?
Yeah, I think it's in Nail Republic.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, is that helpful for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually in the mood to do a nail bar, and one of my girlfriends, she said, "Ooh, I think I would like that." So, and she has a lot of friends. They live in a little nicer neighborhood than I do, so they're not afraid to spend money on anything. So, I talked to Margaret a little bit in a chat, and I guess I would just bring the samples, not the actual kits. I mean the full nail
the sets.
packages.
So
the set. Thank you. Like, what am I trying to say?
I know. So this is what you could do. Bring some of the sets with you, because what you can say to these people is, if somebody books a nail bar party with me, I'll give you a free set tonight that you can walk home with. That way you get, you know what I mean? Like, the wheels start turning, and then you get more people doing more Facebook parties and events, right?
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about bringing a couple and do like if somebody blah 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 blah, who first one to sign on to be a stylist will get whatever and stuff like that. So
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can do whatever you want, you know. But I would bring like the samples, like the twosies, and just have people pick which one that they want to put on and help them apply it so that they are doing it the correct way.
Okay.
When you're doing your nail bar, I think that would help and make it super simple, because the product is simple and we want the business to be simple. We want people to realize that this is a simple, easy business, right? Like we don't want complicated things. Like we all have or should have like a VIP group through Facebook so that all of your clients and every person that you're sending a sample to should be in that free group, because you're going to be talking or should be talking or posting almost every day in that group if you can, even if you're just putting a quote up there, you know what I mean? Anything just to keep people, like, you want to be in people's top of mind, right? And you want people to know, like, for me, like, I don't always talk about nail stuff in my group. I talk about life in general. And I'm very much a giver, and I give a lot, and I give a lot of information. But it's, for me, it's because then I can reach out to these people, and they'll, you know, they're thinking of me because they're in my group and they're seeing me every day. And I do a lot of live video in my group because I feel like video is like huge, you know? People get to know you, how you talk, your mannerisms. I mean, my hands are going crazy. I can see them. You know, they get to know you. And then I think, you know, the product, I mean, my God, I don't know how people don't love this product. Like, and I think it's up to us to be able to educate them on it. I have to get even a little bit better at that. Like, I want to educate people to make sure they know what this product can do. And I mean, it's like, what, the highest one is like $14. You know, to have my nails look awesome for like 2 weeks and my toes look great for like 3 weeks, that's just crazy to me. Like, it's, I mean, I think once people start to realize what this is, I think we're going to get a lot more clientele. I think a lot of people right now are just a little skeptical because they don't know what they have no idea. They're like, what is this Color Street? So.
Right.
I agree. I have one of my clients that, but she's like, oh, I only do gel, but she buys it for her daughter. And the other day I saw her and she was like, oh, I picked off one of my gels, so I put these on. She had them on her hands.
Oh yeah.
So she doesn't want to like say she's using them, but like then when I saw her, she was like, oh, I use them on mine. They're great. So it was. I just had to laugh. She's like, oh, I only do gel, and now she's like, I saw them on her hands, so she kind of had to come clean.
Yeah.
If I do the nail bar and at my friend's house and she invites her friends, should she tell them to come with, you know, no gel or anything on them, or can they do it right over their gel or acrylic?
They can do it over their gel and their acrylic. Yes.
They can. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you can put it right over.
Can I add one thing about the giving out the nail sets? I did that at my nail bar, and I had 2 people say they were going to do a party, and they still are saying they're going to do it, but they haven't done it, and they walked home with 2 sets. So maybe tell them you'll give them a set when they host
after they book.
Yeah.
Because they're going to say yeah and take it, and then you might not be able to nail them down to a date.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, or either have them pick the date that night.
Yeah, or commit to the date that night. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's good information, Margaret.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be out a full set. I know Kelly.
You don't want to be out a whole set if they don't end up booking a party.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So we have like 5 more minutes left. What other questions can I answer for you guys?
All right. I have one question. My upline, my first person is Candace, and she and I started like a week apart. So we're kind of learning it together.
Exactly.
So we've been using Margaret. I jump right above her and go to Margaret because obviously she's got more experience. So everybody was saying that the kits were taken 2 weeks before the owner went on and did the 3-day shipping for everybody. So I was like, oh, I can't wait 3 weeks. I'm like, I wonder if I just order, buy 3 nails, get 1 free, if that will come before the kit, so I can start doing this and showing people. And of course I haven't gotten that yet. So, I made $9.25 on myself, but did I just screw up my start date thing? Oh, I forgot what it's called. For the month thing, I have a month to sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you
to make the month
$1,000. Yeah, for the jump start.
Yeah, the jump start.
Yeah, it'll probably be on the date that you sold, that you bought.
Okay.
I thought I saw somewhere that they were going to adjust those dates for people that didn't get their kit.
I don't know.
But I got my kit. That's the thing, and now I have not got my little nail set yet. So.
Okay.
I think
it might have been on Kelly's page. I thought about that.
9/19 on September 19th. So I have from September 19th to October 19th.
Correct.
Okay. And I have to have 1,000 personal volume.
Yes.
To get that free stuff. Oh my God.
Don't
it out.
Don't stress about it. Just get that nail bar. Get that first nail bar in the books as soon as possible, and then try to get people either to do it an at-home nail bar or a Facebook event. And I can help you with the Facebook event. Don't stress about that. I feel like you've never done it before. I help Dina, and it seems nerve-wracking, but it's the Facebook events aren't bad at all. And I can help you with that. Just book them.
Just book them.
Just book them. Book them. Book as much as you can. Talk to as many people as you can. And private message people. Follow up with people. Send people samples. And the biggest thing is you need to follow up with them. How did you like it? Especially with the Tuesday samples. I have people put it on their nails, just on 2 of their nails, their other nails with regular nail polish, and that way they can see the difference.
Okay.
So definitely follow up. Follow up is the key. Can you see my white nail polish?
Yeah, it looks nice.
No, I can't see.
I know. I'm like, Emily, look at that. It's crazy. All right, so we have less than a minute. So if you guys have any more questions, write them in the comments below this video. And also, too, guys, I know I talk about personal development a lot, but I really do feel like we give a lot of ourselves, and that can be extremely draining. So if you read personal development, it kind of fills up your cup of staying and becoming a leader. And that's the main thing, is that we have to know that we're leaders. So try to read as much personal development as you can, even if it's just 10 pages a day, or 10 pages a week if you any other questions? I know, huh? Emily, she's so cute. All right, guys, anything else before it ends?
That's good. I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, always feel free that you can always reach out to me, okay, guys? Anytime.
Thank you. All right.
Guys, have a good one.
Bye. You too. Bye. Happy Monday. Bye.